Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau confirming within this hour a Tulare County Sheriff's deputy has been shot. Taking a look at this eyewitness video shows that deputy being loaded into the back of this ambulance. We do know that that deputy was rushed to the hospital here at 1:30. We are still working to learn the deputy's condition. Shots are still being fired from that home where that eviction notice was being served towards law enforcement. So if you do live in this area and you have not been evacuated from your homes, you are asked to be sheltered in place. And of course, everyone asked to avoid this area. And as Medeiros mentioned, schools nearby still on lockdown at this hour. Now we have our Jason Toktagian is headed that way. Ben Morris, as you see, is live there already. Catherine Phillips is on her way, as well as Brianna Baez. So we have continued coverage coming up. We also have coverage right now that is live on our free KC24 CBS 47 Plus app. You can download that app right now. Again, it is free on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire Stick. We are also passing along instant alerts and have been since all of this started to develop around 11 o'clock this morning when we first heard about this on yourcentralvalley.com. And of course, live team coverage will begin with special editions of Eyewitness News that will start at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And we continue to follow breaking news unfolding right now in Tulare County. A sheriff's deputy with the Tulare County Sheriff's Office shot and killed today. An eviction notice was served at a home in Porterville. And I do want to pass along this important information. The sheriff had mentioned earlier, Vanessa, for parents that have kids in several of the schools there to please not go to the schools where there are lockdowns right now to pick up your child. Naturally, that's what you want to do is go get your kid from school, right? Still a very dangerous, very active situation. So this is Westfield, Sequoia, Menachie, Oak Grove, Lombardi schools, all in that area. Porterville still under lockdown right now. Westfield, Sequoia, Menachie, Oak Grove, Lombardi. The kids, staff safe. Parents are please asked not to go pick up your kids until the school notifies you that it is safe to do so.
Witness News.
New at 4, we do have a statement from Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer on the incident happening. He says, quote, "Today is a tragic day in the Central Valley. A Tulare County Sheriff's deputy was taken from us in a senseless act of violence while serving and protecting his community. This loss goes far beyond one department. It's felt across all law enforcement and throughout our valley." The
result has left a pregnant wife without her husband and young children to grow up without their father. The reality of this loss is truly heartbreaking. We are praying for the deputy's family. Our hearts are with the Tulare County Sheriff's Office and all of those who serve. We are devastated by this loss. CBS 47's Jason Toktagian joining us now live from Porterville. Jason, what is the very latest here as we close out our 4 o'clock newscast? Check back in now live with CBS 47's Ben Morris. Ben, you are first reporter for our station on the scene. Catch us up on what you are learning for us here at 4 and also what has changed over the course of the many hours that you have been there, my friend.
Yep.
All right, Ben Morris, thank you so much again, the first reporter for our station on the scene today. We really do appreciate you. And speaking to the schools, just want to run through this again because we know parents are watching right now. They're concerned. All the kids are safe. All the workers of the schools are safe as this lockdown continues. This lockdown continues for Westfield, Sequoia, Menachie, Oak Grove, and Lombardi schools. Those are the schools that are impacted by these lockdowns. The Sheriff Boudreau telling folks to please, parents, do not come pick up your kids. They don't want anybody else getting into harm's way. This person, identified as 59-year-old David Morales, continues to be holed up inside this home and is armed with an assault rifle. And so the sheriff says this is a very dangerous situation and asking parents not to go to the schools to pick up your kids until the schools let you know that it's okay to go get your students. Again, Westfield, Sequoia, Menachie, Oak Grove, and Lombardi schools all impacted.
And we know that they will be updated as soon as it is safe for them to pick up their children. So they'll be updated as soon as they have that update.
And also those living in this area, Newcomb Street and Grand Avenue, you have two choices: to shelter in place or to self-evacuate. If a member of law enforcement comes up to your door, raise your hand and they will help you out of your home.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 5.
We'll continue our live team coverage for you and your family coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 5, and instant updates always at yourcentralvalley.com. We'll see you in 30 minutes.
47 Eyewitness News.
All right, Ben, and of course we will take that press briefing live here on CBS 47 at 5:30 when the sheriff begins with that briefing. Ben, thank you. And right now there's of course a swarm of law enforcement there in that neighborhood, and one of those teams of course is a SWAT team. Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau saying that they're going right now still door to door, having people leave their homes. You have two options. You can shelter in place, the sheriff says, or you can self-evacuate due to the danger that still exists because of this suspect identified as 59-year-old David Morales. He is armed with a high-powered rifle. So what should you do if a member of law enforcement knocks on your door?
Please
Raise your hands.
Deputy who was shot and killed.
Now, that deputy's name has not been released yet, Catherine, but we do know that he has a wife. Already they have at least one child, the sheriff said earlier, and she is pregnant, 4 months pregnant with another child. We have video of the moment that that deputy was rushed to the hospital. In this video is very difficult to watch.
Yes, it's a headshot.
That video coming to us from an eyewitness there moments after that deputy was shot and loaded into the back of that ambulance. That deputy rushed to Sierra View Medical Center where he died from his injuries. As Ben had mentioned, died just before noon. A procession from the hospital to the Tulare County Coroner's Office soon followed.
Catherine.
Brianna, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate your coverage. And tonight, Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer releasing a statement saying, quote, "Today is a tragic day in the Central Valley. A Tulare County Sheriff's deputy was taken from us in a senseless act of violence while serving and protecting his community. We are praying for the deputy's family. Our hearts are with the Tulare County Sheriff's Office and all those who serve. We are devastated by this loss." And this is not the first time the Tulare County Sheriff's Office has experienced a tragedy like this.
Eyewitness News.
An eviction in Porterville turns deadly today. A Tulare County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed as a tense standoff continues right now. This is happening in the area of Newcomb Street and Grand Avenue.
Joining us now is retired Fresno County Sheriff's Lieutenant Brent Stalker to help break down what may have led up to this.
I would like to know what is happening. You know, we are at the, six and a half hour mark of this. What is happening right now? Take us inside what a negotiation process looks like right now. We heard from the sheriff earlier saying that obviously there are trained negotiators, but there's also family members right now talking to this suspect, this 59-year-old David Morales.
Yeah, I mean, it's, not knowing all the circumstances, it's a long process. You never know what's going to happen. And definitely with negotiations, they're trying their best to bring the situation to a close as peacefully as possible. And so this is something that absolutely and can go on for a long time. And deputies in the department need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, Catherine and I both have been at scenes where standoffs have lasted multiple hours. I mean, I remember one that was over 12 hours long. The nice thing is law enforcement does have time on their side, right, in a situation like this, to just kind of wait it out.
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely want to, if you can, and it's possible, slow things down and, do it right. And again, hope that nobody else gets hurt and that you can bring the situation to a peaceful standing.
I have one more question for you, sir. Sheriff Boudreau mentioning that someone from law enforcement will be with this deputy. This deputy's name has not been released yet until he is laid to rest. What is that procedure? What does that look like? And that deputy, as we know, is a husband, a father, and his wife pregnant, 4 months pregnant. We will have continued coverage, of course, all night long on that breaking, developing story happening right now in Porterville. Coming up next, a post office robbery is now solved. The suspects caught in L.A. An update from Porterville on the eviction that turned into a deadly shooting.
Stay with us.
Law enforcement came under fire while serving an eviction notice. This was in the area of Newcomb Street and Grand Avenue around 10:30 this morning. They say they were immediately met by 59-year-old David Morales, who started shooting at them with an assault rifle. The sheriff saying they are familiar with Morales, but did not go into specific details during the first press conference this afternoon around 2 p.m. Morales then barricaded himself inside the home and remains inside now. Negotiators, they are working to bring this dangerous situation to an end.
And trying to keep it as safe and as fluid as possible. Whoop, hold on one second. Are we live? Yes. Hello? What happened? Tell me, I'm in the news. Okay, bye. Sorry about that. As my undersheriff second in command, I'm not at liberty to share what just happened. So,
our photojournalist Kevin Mahan asking that question during that presser about those homes nearby, because the sheriff mentioned about 3 homes are surrounding this area, saying that 4 blocks of homes have been evacuated in this area, which of course is very, very good news. That is the area of Newcomb Street and Grand Avenue. Again, this has all been unfolding since 10:30 this morning. We're also learning new information there as the Tulare County Sheriff's deputy, a detective, was identified for the first time as Randy Hoppert, a Navy corpsman from the years 2010 to 2015, hired on by the Tulare County Sheriff's Office on January 5th of 2020, a husband, a father, and his wife is pregnant right now, 4 months pregnant.
His grandfather, an undersheriff who retired from the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. He comes from a law enforcement family. His father also in law enforcement. The sheriff says that the wife and mother were able to say a final farewell to Deputy Hoppard before his body was transferred from the hospital to the Tulare County Coroner's Office, where law enforcement will be with him until Deputy Hoppard is laid to rest. And again, also, too, the sheriff saying that the suspect in this case, David Morales, has 18 firearms registered to him. All of those are handguns. None of them, though, identified as a rifle. And the sheriff says a rifle is being used to shoot at the deputies and other law enforcement who were there, including a shot that went into the windshield of a Visalia Police Department SWAT Bearcat. That's one of the armored vehicles. And they are trying to get to him, even tearing apart portions of the house where he has been hiding.
And our Ben Morris, Jason Tucktage, and Brianna Bias, all there. Our continued live team coverage continues right after this quick break. Stay with us. All right, we're going to go back to Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau, who just confirms that the suspect is dead. Let's listen in.
I knew I had to answer the phone because it's, I'm over here, it's an active scene, and I'm trying to keep you informed as I can, but I'm letting my teams do their work. And we're happy that this resulted in no further officers being injured.
Suspect, if we could for just a moment, the act of running him over, was that intentional? Was that part of the plan?
We intentionally ran him over.
What agency was the
Kern County Sheriff's Office.
Is there any
Don't shoot at cops. You shoot at cops, we're going to run you over. He got run over. He got what he deserved.
Is there any concern with you?
Not going to go peacefully.
Catherine, I'm just curious. I mean, as we're trying to, just where do you begin with all of this? You have been with our station for 25 years, a crime reporter for the majority of those years. I'm just curious what you make of what happened today.
I have never in my career heard of a standoff ending in this fashion.
Ben Morris was our first reporter on the scene. He is joining us now live from Porterville. Ben, I know you were able to listen in to that press conference. That is the third time we've heard from Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau, I suppose twice, even though we cut away briefly and went back for a third time to hear that the suspect was killed. What do you make from everything that you are hearing and kind of the conclusion of this? And I'm also curious as to what you're seeing. You're just down the street from where all of this is unfolding. All right, our Ben Morris live for us. Ben, thank you so much. Can't thank you enough for that coverage. And a question was asked that we just want to mention for the folks that live in this area. 4 blocks of it, the sheriff says, was evacuated. It will be 2 or 3 hours before folks will be allowed back into their homes as they continue to investigate.
And the sheriff said that they will likely be at the home where this all unfolded for the next several days. And he's
live in Porterville, Jason Tucktage, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Jason, appreciate you, and I'm sure that those in the neighborhood you've been talking with will sleep much, much easier tonight knowing that this suspect is no longer a threat to the community. The sheriff saying, thank goodness this was resolved before dark, especially once he got out of the house.
Yes, and stay with us because we have much more to come here on Eyewitness News at 6. We will continue to follow this story.
At 7 o'clock, and we will see you then for another hour of news coming up at 7, the only local news station on that hour. We'll see you then. And I'm Brian Dorman. Breaking news from Porterville. The man suspected of killing a Tulare County Sheriff's deputy today is dead. The Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau says that 59-year-old David Morales was run over by a Kern County law enforcement Bearcat.
We intentionally ran him over.
And Brent, the sheriff mentioning during his press conference tonight that tomorrow they will start to heal. They will start the grieving process. You lost a partner in the line of duty some time ago during the course of your career. Firsthand the impact that a tragedy like today has on the personnel, the workers, the team, the force. How do they move forward? How do they process what happened today?
Heartbreaking because in reality,
just to think of how brave Brent and Catherine today those were on the scene, knowing that their friend had died and then had to continue to work and stay there for many, many hours to work this scene today. Brent, the sheriff, also mentioning that someone from law enforcement will be with the deputy until he is laid to rest. Talk to us a little bit about that procedure, what that looks like.